Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I'm Peter Moxilin, Keeper Emeritus, and I'm once again joined by Scribbled Slate.
I have food.
Indeed. Let's get to, I think we're on an interstitial chapter thing at the moment.
I think so. We're still doing the format where we're basically going through the walkthrough and the side conversations and calling that a chapter and doing a new episode.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe updating the format a little bit, but that's for off-camera conversation stuff to have. But for now, yes. Having narrowly escaped Dane's grasp, the Grail mercenaries are pleased to feel the ocean beneath their feet as they set sail.
Said very few people.
According to Captain Nazir, the voyage to Benyon will take roughly 2 months. Blessed with temperate weather, the ship's journey southward is smooth and steady. As it passes the midpoint of its trip, the ship sets a course along the coastline and begins to head east.
That's what I was afraid of.
So, it's been a month.
Yeah, I was about to say.
These seas belong to oh God, I can never remember how to actually pronounce this.
Probably some variety of Phoenix, so Phoenici's probably.
I would think the Ikis is at the end. So Phoenix?
I guess I would make it more Greek, maybe? I mean, the other thing is also Phoenicians were a race of people.
Oh, yeah.
So I think if you do it as a variety of Phoenician to Phoenici, that's the reason why I had that cheese sound instead of C sound.
Phoenicius. I'm gonna go with that. I suspect they're going to actually have it said, like, out loud in the next game, and I think it's gonna be more like Phoenix or something, because that's how it's probably gonna be localized. But sure, let's go with that. These seas belong to Fuicha. You say it.
These seas belong to the Phoenicis and Kilvas, the kingdoms of the bird tribes. Not sure what Kilvas is supposed to be based on, actually.
Oh, that's where that one is. Okay. Both nations prey on human vessels for supplies and wealth, and their flying corsairs are feared across the seas. Additionally, the southern portion of the continent contains the realm of the Dragon Tribe, the monarchy of Goldoa.
Wait, have we skipped this tribe the entire time?
Yep.
Okay. Also, there's someone who probably had an awakening from that picture.
Why singular?
Fair enough.
This country has remained isolated since its founding centuries past, preserving its closed culture behind a veil of mystery.
Turns out there's only 5 of them left, and they just make it look like there's more of them than there are.
It is these Laguz-controlled waters that Ike and company must now cross.
Do we get to make any friends amongst these very vaguely threatening groups we're about to encounter?
Chapter 12, Strange Land. Ike? What's bothering you? You've been moping around ever since we came aboard.
I'm just a little seasick.
Seasick? You're such a bad liar. You'd never even get regular sick. You're not the type to get seasick.
Also, hold on. The fact that she just said that is like, wait a second, is he like resistant to disease? What kind of plot armor does this guy have?
He's the protagonist. He's not allowed to get sick.
Well, just think of how many like things where it's like it's an important plot point when your main character gets sick or something. I don't know. Anyway, really, it's nothing.
Come on, talk to me. You've been doing so much lately. I just want a chance to help you. I just want the chance to help you for a change.
Well, all right. I'll tell you what's been bothering me. It's that incident back in Toha.
Go on.
When everyone discovered Ranulf was a Laguz, all those people, they changed. Just like that.
It's called racism, Ike.
Hmm. Up until that instant, they'd seemed like such kind and decent people. I had no idea Bjork prejudice against the Laguz was so strong. Why do they hate them so much? How are we so different, Ranulf and I?
I have to say, at first I was scared too. When I saw how they could change, they can do things that we Bjork can't do. They're not like us.
Mist, you can't honestly feel.
It's different now. Everyone's so very nice. Yeah, if the Laguz were assholes, you wouldn't treat them as humans. Or as people. My apologies. I actually didn't mean to do that. But, that's because of all the time we've spent together.
Actually learning that they are just individuals as compared to stories.
I've seen how they are. I've gotten to know them. That's why I've changed. I'm not scared or nervous around them, but other people don't get that chance. I think that's why they're frightened.
Maybe you're right. Maybe people like me are the odd ones, the people who accept others as they are.
I wish more people were like that. I mean, no one really wants to fight, do they? Doesn't everyone want peace? This game is shockingly evergreen.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. These sorts of stories have been a staple since the time that it's theoretically set in compared to our time period.
Accurate.
So, yeah, just War of the Roses, modern day.
I guess it's
Yeah.
just hard to put all those fears behind us. I think this is actually the captain, who I think was me?
I think you're right.
You're right. It's very hard. Nazir, what's the big idea eavesdropping on us like that? Mist, it's a ship. The walls are almost literally paper thin. How do you find sailing? Have you gotten sick at all?
We're fine, but answer a question for me, would you? Why are you here? Why do you associate with the Laguz?
Why? Because of the obvious financial benefits. I suppose I... Wait, what?
Besides the obvious.
That's why. Besides the obvious financial benefits, I suppose I do so because I am one. What? You're not a Laguz. I don't see a tail or anything. Mist, his eyes are up there. His ears are next to them.
Yeah. I'll say from here I can't see his eyes very well, but his ears are definitely distinct.
Because I've chosen to live among the Bjork, I've taken certain steps to make sure I'm not recognized. I've had to change my attire, my feeding habits. I've done many things.
The feeding habit sounds more concerning. Why would you do that?
Laguz cannot survive in isolation, nor can the Bjork. If both races are to thrive, they must learn to coexist.
Mm-hmm.
I have spent many years searching for a way to make that happen.
You think that Laguz and Bjork can live together? After everything you must have seen? I'm impressed.
Ike, you will never truly understand a matter unless you look at it from each party's perspective. As you say, the Laguz are indeed now persecuted by the Bjork, but long ago these roles were reversed.
Ah, intergenerational racial memory of war crimes. Excellent.
Made even worse by, we'll get there soon, so I guess that it's a little bit of a spoiler, but the Dragon Tribe in particular, they are super long-lived. They are multi-century per generation.
That tracks. That's a very common thing to do that. And also, yeah, have you played Breath of the Wild?
No.
There's an interesting thing. If you go through the game in kind of the like suggested order for the dungeons, you gradually go through races that have different lifespans, and some of them have met Link in the Zora tribe. Meanwhile, you get to the Gerudo on at the end, and they barely remember who Link was. Like
Interesting progression.
I think that's kind of an interesting thing because, like, even the Gorons, like, they're fairly long lived, but even they're like, I think there was this guy that the champion used to hang out with. So it's kind of interesting just how there's that division between how much people remember and how the stories get passed down or something.
I do like messing with time a little bit in storytelling. Like, there's kind of a limit to it, and you need to be a little bit careful so it doesn't go too far up its own ass. But a little bit of time shenanigans really helps a story in some cases.
Okay. Whatever happened in the past does not justify what we do to the Lagoos now, and suddenly this feels once again surprisingly relevant in several angles.
That is the thinking of an honest man. Keep things simple and pure. I like that. Still, the strength of your conviction comes from your youth and your innocence. Trust me, it will be tested. When your journey is over, how will you be changed? I pray your conviction is not lost to despair. Well, I think he's gonna put on approximately 80 pounds of pure fucking muscle.
Talking to you is hard work.
It's okay, Ike. Your brain is a muscle too if you don't think too hard about it. Someday you'll understand. For now, my role is simply to deliver you safely to Mignon. Ranulf has paid me quite handsomely with money from the King of Gallia himself, and I will not let him down.
We're out of our element here at sea, so you're all we have to depend on. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, hope you're ready for the requisite fucking ship map. I will do what I am able.
So, do they end up... Actually, the Lagoos are generally kind of flavored similarly to the Manichete from previous games.
It's kind of like the Manichete are kind of just in a lot of games from what I remember. Like, it's almost just used to mean dragon in Fire Emblem, I think.
I think it was always a way for them to be like, dragons are cool, we want dragons, but we want them to be more than just big animals.
Yeah, we want dragon people. And
they also need cute characters that you can have basically a child go to war, but not actually be a child.
Well, wait a few games, it's gonna get stupid.
No.
Oh, I have a rant to go on when we get to Fire Emblem Fates. It is so fucking dumb.
That's the one that had kind of 3 versions of the game, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be stuck there for a while.
Oh no, especially because doesn't that also have a really weird thing with one of the family lines you could join?
Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll get there eventually. Yeah. That'll be a later thing.
Yeah.
Ike, here's a summary of our last battle.
Oh.
We got 260 Beps. Yay! Hey, MVP Leaf because she's powerful. There were no casualties and no one suffered permanent injury. We fought excellently. Ooh. That's all I have to report, if you'll excuse me. Woo!
Can we see Soren's ears in his profile pic there?
Soren. Yes.
Okay.
Or one ear at least.
I just had a moment where, like, is that an indicator? Because he's got that symbol in his forehead that Nasir seems to have as well.
Yeah, kind of wish we could zoom in on that, honestly. Oh well. Do we have any new sports? Ike with Titania is a thing now.
I think we've had that for a minute.
We had Ike and Oscar and decided to not do that one because we want to save Ike's conversations. Mm-hmm. And I vote the same with Titania. I don't particularly want to rank up Ike and Titania's conversations. Titania with Ike,
although
Boyd,
we
mixed.
Have all the people she could talk to, so that's nice.
I will say, wait. Oh, yeah, I know I've complained about this before, but just every time I re-remember it. The fact that Ike and Mist don't have a conversation.
And I think we were talking about how it feels like it's probably because since they had story plot conversations, they didn't want to like lock that behind game mechanics.
Yeah, probably. Rolf Mist, I'm okay to do, actually.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Aim and release.
And there goes that arrow into the fucking ocean, you idiot.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a moment, Rolf?
Sure. Just hold on and let me tighten my bowstring. I've got to be ready. You know, just in case some Dane thugs try to jump us.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
I suppose we're actually just a little bit off coast, admittedly.
Yeah, they also got those weird dragon things they ride, so I feel like they probably could take the short route to get to us.
Rolf, don't call them dragon things. We're off the coast of Goldoa.
Fine, wyverns.
Ellipses.
So, what do you need, Mist?
Let's not fight in any more battles, Rolf. I don't think we children should be fighting in this war. Fucking screenshot that for the rest of this franchise.
Huh? Why are you saying this now?
Let's go back to being kids. If this is what it's like to be an adult, I don't want any part of it.
You're right, Mist. Fighting scares you. I mean, you don't have to fight. Don't worry. I'll fight for you.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. You've got to stop fighting or it's all meaningless.
I can't do that. I have to slay our enemies and defend our own. I'm a man now. At 12.
Slay your enemies? Is it that meaningless to you? Like picking a flower or squishing a spider? They're human too! You understand that, Rolf? The enemy. They are human just like us. They're not paper targets pinned to a tree.
Or the mast. I don't want to hear it.
Rolf!
I don't want to hear it. Got it? They're trying to hurt us. Kill us. I'm just stopping them. I'm protecting all of you.
Wait, Rolf! Please understand.
I mean, that's the weird irony sometimes when it comes to pacifism. The fact that if you don't do anything, it means that other people can do the worst.
Admittedly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only conversation that I'm actually like really pushing for. If you have strong feelings about any others, let me know now.
Let's see. Who can Boyd talk to?
Titania.
Tanya, Mist, Brahm. Who's Brahm again?
Brahm is the night guy. You.
Oh, the one we picked up from the jail.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Sounds like we're going to go to the optional conversations.
I think so. Yeah.
Not sports info. Ooh, we get. I remember what this is. Yeah, we're ending on that.
Okay. I just had a moment. Wait a sec. We're on a ship. How the hell is there an unnamed character on the ship? Volk?
Right here.
This guy. Yeah. Where have you been? You disappeared the moment we got on the ship.
Don't worry about it. I'll be there when you need me.
It's not me. It's my sister. You'd never once shown up for a meal, and she thinks you're dying of hunger.
Did we ever eat together while we were on land?
All right, listen. Land, big. Ship, small. It's not the same thing.
Fantastic response.
I mean, yeah, we know you probably know how to get your own food if we're on land. This is a ship. If we don't see you, we think you're just not there effectively. I don't want Mist roaming the ship with a plate of food anymore, so please, eat one meal a day with us.
100 gold.
You're going to charge me to make you eat. And that's more than you charge to pick a lock. Why?
I don't like large groups. Bye. Call me if you decide it's worth it.
Maybe I should just tell Mist he's dead.
It's
that was a
dark.
fascinating interaction. Do you have a minute?
I think this one was you.
Yeah, what did I do with the voice? There was something specific I did with it, right?
I don't actually remember.
Not sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, wasn't it something to do with, like, anime protagonists or something?
I mean, his entire thing is that he actually joined our side because he wants to help the Lagoos. Like, he specifically was going to distract the enemies when he was an enemy in order to give
Right.
Leith a way to escape or something like that.
Okay, I think I ended up giving him a surprisingly normal voice kind of thing. Of course, Commander Ike. You and I haven't had very many opportunities to talk, and You don't think you can trust me? No, it's not that. I'm just curious. I was surprised to see anyone in Toha chose to fight on the side of the Lagoos. I joined the Toha Vigilantes solely for the purpose of saving Lagoos. I'm not from Crimea, but when I heard she had joined with Gallia, I envisioned my perfect world. One in which the Lagoos could live normal lives free from oppression. However, when I came to Crimea, I found things were no different there than in any other Bjork nation. Oh, is he not actually from Crimea? It was the same for me. I couldn't allow myself to ignore these problems any longer. I'm happy to hear it. Of all the Bjork I've ever met, you're the only one who shares my conviction. Sahark, is there some other reason you defend the Lagoos? I don't follow you.
Look, if you want a cat girl, we can talk.
You see, I was born in Gallia, so I've been told. I'm just wondering if you had a similar reason guiding you. Of course, I have my reasons. Would you be upset if I didn't want to discuss them? My reasons are extremely personal. No, it's no problem. I wanted a better understanding of what kind of man you are, and I have that now. Can I ask what that is? You are a good man. I'm glad to have you along. I'm glad to be here. I feel I'm finally able to do the kind of good I've longed to do for years.
I don't think I ever used Zahark enough to actually up his conversation level, so I have no idea what the follow-through on that is.
I'm curious about it.
Iliana.
All right.
Uh,
You don't look so well. Are you all right?
I'm seasick. When I was traveling with the merchants, we sometimes used chips. Every time was the same. I'm sorry.
Did you travel with Mustan and the others for a long time?
About 4 years, all told. Girl, I think you're like 15. What the fuck? I just left home, you see. I was all alone, and I couldn't find work. My hometown, I had so many people I could depend on. But once I left, everything changed. If Mustalin's group hadn't found me by the side of the road, I'd probably be dead by now.
You seem to have led quite an adventurous life. It's a bit surprising.
Get that a lot.
I find it hard to imagine that you couldn't find work, though. Your magic skills are amazing. Are they?
Aren't they, though? I'm always happy when people notice. Phew. Wow, I feel so much better now. I'm actually starting to get hungry. Yeah, that's the real problem, is that she can't make money because she's gonna eat like 50,000 calories a day or something. I am joking, but that is kind of her character.
I mean, the other thing is also, depending on how magic is fueled, if it uses any sort of metabolic resources, I shudder to think of what that actually costs in terms of caloric.
Now, see, that would make sense, but they never actually explain that as far as I'm aware.
Explaining the magic is generally a bad idea unless you're really clever about it. So, yeah, probably for the best. I'm glad to hear it. Just stay above deck, and when you start to feel sick, look off at the horizon, all right? Okay. Hmm.
Let's see, I think this is Nazir. Ike, grab that boy!
What's going on?
Okay. I have no real way to hide this so that it's spoiler safe. This character is very important to the next game. He is essentially going to be the counterpart of a major duo. Do you want to voice him or me?
What kind of voice does he have?
Youthful, brash, he's a thief.
I'll take this one. You got the other thief.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Let's see.
No more running for you.
Nasir, who is this?
A stowaway. I gather he boarded the ship at Toha.
What are you doing here? Why did you sneak aboard the ship? You won't talk? In that case... Oh! Ouch!
Ike, there's no need to be so rough.
I'm not going to waste my time playing games with this urchin.
He might be the protagonist, but, like, he is still a mercenary.
Also, you want me to let you go? Open your mouth and start talking. That's also Big Brother logic sometimes for getting information. Ow! Quit it! I'll talk! That hurt! I thought you were gonna break my face. Whoa, gee. Oh, my guess held him by the back of the hair and started pushing him toward something hard.
Oh, I was thinking like pinching his cheeks or something.
That also makes sense too. Well, what's your name? What are you doing here? I'm Soth. I'm a thief, but I didn't come aboard to steal anything. Stop scowling at me like that. You're making me uncomfortable.
It's not just you. Ike always looks like that. Don't mind him. Just keep talking.
I'm looking for someone. I heard the ship was sailing for Begnion, so I decided to climb aboard.
This person you're after is in Begnion?
I don't know. The trail went cold in Toha, and I couldn't think of anywhere else to go from there. Is it family? Huh? The person you're looking for. Yeah, I mean, we're not related by blood or anything, but we're definitely family.
I probably actually got a pop-up for this.
Huh.
I mean, I already told you that he's important, so obviously we're aiding him, yeah?
I mean, yeah, but also, he specifically said he was just trying to get free passage. He wasn't here to steal anything, so I'm cool with him.
I see you've forgotten how the last chapter ended.
I did. What was...
our very last scene of the last chapter was a cutaway over to the Dane royal court or something, and us getting the reveal that there is some kind of mole on the ship.
Right. I'm honestly expecting that to be someone like Ileana or something instead. All right. This here, my mercenary company will look after this boy. It won't be a burden to you or your crew.
If that's what you want to do, it's fine with me.
Are you sure? You're going to be put to work. I hope you're prepared. Sure, no problem. I'll do whatever you need. Also, the fact that something about the fact that he was using a fairly flimsy excuse, and especially because the discussion at the end of that chapter was saying things like they've ingratiated themselves with the group. He was still an unknown, so
I don't think there was anything about ingratiating themselves. I think it was just there's a mole on the ship.
I thought there was something like they've integrated with the group and started to gain trust or something, so I don't know. I'm expecting it more to be like Ileana or someone.
I will say that this is one of those areas where the narrative thinks it's being clever, it kind of isn't.
Oh,
Let's see. You can use knives. No shit. You can
what's
steal.
Blossom?
What?
Blossom, what's the skill?
Grants fewer experience points, but enhances growth over time. So higher stat gain, lower experience gain.
Oh, that's such a hard decision.
That would be difficult if we didn't have this.
Oh.
So for
right.
one, I'm good to use the Soth. We then drop Volk, but like I'm good to just get him up to 10 right now. Skills.
I mean, as long as Volk still has like the out-of-game conversations, that should be fine. Yeah.
Yes.
Volk's also at level 11. Like, if we had to drop him in because we have like a set of doors or something that are too far apart to try and do with one specialist. Remember the other advantage is knives don't end up apparently being part of the weapon triangles, so it means that we don't end up letting them be super vulnerable or super, like they're a decent support character because they aren't super vulnerable to anything.
Yeah, keep in mind that a balancing factor here for the knife being outside of the triangle is that the knife is might 2 with strength 5 at the moment for a total of 7 attack. Thieves are not damage dealers.
Although, do they still have good dodge?
In general, yes.
Like, if nothing else, they end up being a dodge tank to help prevent damage to some of our other units, potentially.
Yeah, I still don't actually think that speed necessarily affects how well you dodge. I think that's just luck. Like, avoid is a stat, and I don't think that it's affected by speed.
Wait, what's the DDG then?
Oh, dodge. That's the enemy's crit percentage, apparently.
No, that's the ability to dodge enemy critical chance.
It affects the enemy's crit chance, so...
Yeah, so basically dodge prevents crit hits, and regular avoid prevents regular hits. That's super weird.
Yeah, I appreciate them breaking out the stats that you can see stuff more easily, but it is really weird to actually try to figure this out on your own.
I mean, dodge at least is straight 1-to-1 with the luck stat.
That actually might literally be what it is. 5, it probably is. Like, there are probably things that up it via items/weapons that it's like, oh, the enemy has less chance to crit or something, but it's probably by default just straight luck. I'm not sure what avoid is actually then.
That's his ability to straight up dodge attacks.
Yeah, I know,
the
but like, how's that
ability
being
to-
calculated?
Let's see. I want to guess it's a combination of speed and luck.
Like, I'm thinking like speed plus skill, quantity by 2 or something. That doesn't quite work out there, though.
That's what I was just wondering, if it was like speed.
Actually, speed luck
plus
by
luck
2 would be
times-
exact. Because that'd be speed plus luck is 16, 16 by 2 is 32. So that would be 27, so we would expect like 54?
Yeah. No, it's 45 here.
Maybe reduced by the weight. Weight 6.
Oh, yeah. No, that's going to be a big factor. Because that's always been a factor.
Okay, can you go look this up? Actually, I'm so curious at this point.
Okay. So I'm looking up the avoid.
Yeah,
Stat
FE9
for Fire Emblem,
avoid
which-
calculation, probably.
FE9. Okay. Ooh. Come on, browser.
Let's see, what's our normal level at this point? Because we got 16, 17, 11 there, 10 there, 12, 11, 8, 10, 8, 12. We don't really use you so far. So it's more like Boyd and Ike have pulled ahead by a couple of levels, and other than that, we're more like level 12 to 13 at the moment. Okay. That's roughly in line with what I would expect. Maybe bring Brum up a little bit if possible. How much this we got? 1200. What you got?
It's still kind of loading on my end, but I just saw something that made me go, oh, I never thought the leopards would eat my face, said the leopards eating your face party.
Ah.
You know, this is taking too long. Huh. Someone's mowing in this weather. Weird.
So it's base 100 on hit. Probably by skill. Skill by 4 minus weight? Not quite. Is that page still loading?
It is actually, although I think it's also the fact that I just turned my browser on to try and pull it up. So it's more the browser still trying to figure out what the hell it is and where it is. But, let's see. Let's look at the Fire Emblem wiki. Let's see, that's... May include other factors such as luck, blah blah. The triangle ends up being a big part of it. Calculations, here we go.
We're looking for the avoid calculation at the moment.
Looking for it. Path of Radiance. There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Attack speed times 2 plus luck, plus terrain bonus, plus support bonus, plus biorhythm bonus.
I don't entirely know if biorhythm would be currently included, but that does make sense that it would be.
I'm not sure if it is. So...
Okay, so we can ignore stuff like terrain and conversation bonus stuff at the moment.
Actually, it might be the biorhythm bonus, because attack speed times 2 plus luck is the base element, and then terrain bonus, which is going to be based on where you're standing.
Okay, so just to take this through one at a time. So that would be speed by 2 to 22, plus luck plus 5 to 27, correct?
22 plus 5 to 27, yep. So that's a full 5 extra points just from biorhythm, because if we go to biorhythm, is it plus or minus right now?
It's currently plus going into the highest area, but currently in the second highest.
I mean, an additional 5 avoid. Okay.
So I would expect 5 avoid to be the top of the peak, but whatever, close enough.
Huh.
I completely forgot to factor in biorhythm with this stuff. Also, so speed by 2 plus luck, that's 26, 36, 40. So Ike should theoretically be in basically the same biorhythm area as Salt then.
Yep, that second bar up.
A little bit higher. It's possible that the bars aren't exactly supposed to be the actual categories, though.
I mean, it's also a chance of, let's see, like different classes have different bonuses, but
it's close enough, at least, to understand that that is mostly what's going on, is that a lot of the base stat here is speed by 2 plus luck, so speed does affect avoid quite a bit. So I was wrong in that regard. Good to know. Okay, so yeah, get Salt up to like 11 or 12 or something.
I think so. Like, I like Volk. I think he's kind of interesting, but I think also the game has him kind of intended to be a fairly... What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh. I just realized that the numbers are weird because it's factoring in his ability. So, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Whoops. So 1 level is basically 200 bonus experience.
Oh, wow. So we can't get around that, pretty much.
Yeah, so bonus experience actually does take into account that it's doubled experience. So he levels slowly, but with assumedly matching stat growth then. I'm not entirely sure this is worth it, but realistically I would like to use Salt above Volk. and also knowing that Soth is important to the next game, keeping him at a good high level is probably a good idea.
I mean, granted, I don't think the stats carry over, but
I will say
at the very
outright,
least-
Path of Radiance to Radiant Dawn is the one time where they might.
they came out on different platforms. There wasn't necessarily a good way to set that up, I feel like.
Oh, I agree. It is a pain in the ass programmatically, but I will say outright, I just said that, damn it, most of the people from Path of Radiance actually carry over to Radiant Dawn.
But yeah, but I'm just thinking, I mean, you could plug your GameCube memory card into the Wii.
Yep, that's how it worked.
Yeah. Okay.
So get Soth basically up to level 5.
Let's do that, and hopefully his stat growth is enough that it makes up for the fact that it's that little.
Please tell me you get like 3 strength. I mean, literally a full level is about as good as it gets. Like, her name, Manaketi from the previous game. I forget at the moment. What's her name?
Purple hair.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't remember.
Young girl dragon wrecks everyone's shit. She's like the only character who gets multiple points per level or per category, stat, whatever, per level up. Goodbye, bonus experience. How dare you only get that much?
I mean, here's the thing. This is also fascinating to see compared to some of the other level ups. We've had a couple empty level ups at this point.
Oh my, yes. And if I understand correctly, I think that Path of Radiance might actually be particularly bad at that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like by default, Fire Emblem 7 and 8 or such like that give 2 rerolls if they calculate empty levels, whereas Path of Radiance only does 1 reroll.
Ooh, okay. Also, I like the fact that it's getting a decent amount of resistance. I think we make this our last level up for him.
Sure. Save a little bit of beps for other people / later.
A little bit. Also, to make it so we can, like, top off some levels if need be here and there. And also, his level ups are doing pretty well. So, I think as long as we give him enough fights, he'll be able to do some of that on his own.
Hang on. Oh, all right, there you are. He has more strength and speed than Oscar.
Strength and speed than Oscar?
Like, strength by 1, but speed by, like, 7.
Wow. Also, Oscar rides a freaking horse!
Yep. Okay, do we really want to give XP to anyone else?
Is there anyone who's, like, less than 10 points? I mean, maybe Soren?
Okay, yeah, level for Soren, sure. Admittedly, I have done it this way before, and it does make it so that you basically don't level up in chapter, because you're starting so many people on 0 experience.
I mean, sure, but we should level up Mist. She needs 1 point.
Yes, we should level up Mist in general. Also, getting Braum up to level 9 because he's so close anyway, and realistically, I would like to use him.
Yeah. He just seems so mild-mannered.
Speed on our knight, because of course. Okay. Well, that sure is one of the levels of all time.
I mean, as much as it's hopefully less people, and you also want to make sure you keep your healers defended, like making it so that they are not like dying as soon as something goes wrong is good.
That's why she has this.
Yeah.
Want to get her to level 12 then, because I do want to make sure that she promotes and all that.
I mean, we are using her, and she can heal even in some non-lethal situations. So I think she'll get enough experience if we don't have too many clerics running.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's probably good then. Mia up to 12, maybe?
I don't know. Are we still planning to keep using her?
I like her. I'm also intrigued to learn more about Zahark for once, so...
Oh, you don't usually run him?
Yeah, normally I try to run Mia and then realize that she kind of sucks.
What is her comparison to Zahark? She's technically a level ahead of Zahark right now.
Okay, so for actual important stats, it's going to be strength, skill, speed. So 10, 10, 16 on her, 10, 13, 15 on him. So he'll hit a little more consistently, but as current, he will not be quite as fast.
Okay, so they're effectively on par still.
Yeah. He has 4 more weight, 1 more con, or no, 3 more con. Oh, I forgot we got a Master Seal. That's so useless in this game.
Why? Because we get all the other things more often?
No, because you literally don't need to promote it like you normally do. By the way, Adept, 2 consecutive attacks occasionally.
That's huge.
Versus Vantage, attacks first in every fight. I like Vantage, especially once she's like a sword master with a killing edge.
Yeah, because no one can actually get the hit in before she kills him.
Yeah, like, if they're attacking from range, they got an in, and armored units are still a pain, but other than that, she's nigh unkillable.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Mia.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a way we can try to, like, keep them rotating in and out, but that is tough.
I mean, luckily, kind of, with enough bonus experience, anyone can be on level with the party. It's just a matter of having enough experience.
I mean, her weapon level C, so she can hit a bit harder, potentially.
Weapon level does not affect how hard you hit it. It affects what weapons you can use.
That's what I mean, though. Like, being able to use a weapon that deals enough damage, because weren't we giving her a slim sword because of how... Like, we had her constantly using the slim sword because she couldn't do enough, kinda. Like, she wasn't managing to
I was equipping Slim Sword so that she could dodge more easily. I was then equipping Armor Slayer so that she'd do enough damage.
Yeah. I think she'd hopefully level up in one fight when we bring her in, unless you think, like, giving her a level up now will keep her, ready to go.
No, 11 seems reasonably on par, so I'm good to just kind of leave her as is.
Can you check Nephany for a sec? Did they come from the same village as Braum?
If not the same village, then effectively yes. I think it's the same village, but it's at least they're both country folk.
Okay. The thing is, I see her being the potential traitor because of the fact that she, critical hit percentage where her health is less than half? Because she had, what interaction? She had that interaction where it was just, you walk up to her and she's like 1,000 miles away or something like that. So, I don't know. Oh well.
This is why it's kind of interesting to see this story play out, because they actually are kind of laying some seeds. They are having foreshadowing and such. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, seems like we are pretty much at the end here. Maybe do a little bit of inventory management or something I just realized. Whatever. But that should roughly do it for this time. So, if this video hasn't ruined your life, then go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff a million times. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one, where we will go and take on Chapter 12, A Strange Land. AKA, if I remember correctly, the goddamn boat map of the game.
Ooh.
See you next time. Scribble, take us out.
Let's see. If you're having dry pastry, make sure to have a nice drink with it.